the other main problem I kept hearing, again, from the white people I spoke to, was about black culture, right? And how we need to be aware as white people that black culture is different from white culture. Now, the question I have for the people who said that, who used that particular argument, is how does that change how I interact with an individual who's black, right? So if I treat that person as an individual with respect and dignity and actually do the work to get to know them on an individual level, right? Get to know them as an individual, rather than assuming a bunch of things off the bat based on the color of their skin, which actually seems pretty racist, if you ask me. Based on what I think I know about black culture, right? Of which there are many different types of black culture, right? A lot of different countries in Africa, and Jamaica is not even in Africa, and those people are black too, right? There's different black cultures, so just lump it all together is not fair, right? So if I treat people as individuals, how am I worse off in my interactions with those people, right? Now, first of all, I want to say to everyone I spoke with, right, white, black, I love all of you and I respect your opinions. And actually, I admire your ability to speak about tough topics respectfully. I'm still friends, at least I hope I am, with like everyone I went and talked to about this stuff. And that means a lot to me. It really does in this day and age. Even if I disagree with you, which some of you, actually most of the white people I spoke to I ended up disagreeing with, and most of the black people I spoke to I agreed with. So, which is funny, but and runs against the narrative, but that's the way it happened. So take that as it is, right? Some people I spoke to, I just disagree with some of your ideas, and I hope you can hear me with an open mind and know that I've only got love for you, right? But there's one thread running through most of the conversations I've had that I'd like to communicate. In my opinion, you don't have the privilege of not viewing this through a political lens anymore, because again, we see that old socialist capitalist dichotomy again, right? Marxism, socialism, and I'm lumping them together. I know, tends to cut people up into groups, right? It's a collectivist philosophy, while capitalism has a higher respect for the individual, right? So when a collectivist philosophy gets applied in the culture, right, it has people running around saying black people need to be treated as a monolith, black culture, right? All black people have the same culture, which is totally racist. Treating them as a monolith, as a collective that all think the same. That's pretty racist, right? I don't know, and at a pretty significant social cost already. I've had friends personally wondering if I'm racist, for crying out loud, because I'm willing to plant my flag on the hill that treating people as individuals and not caring what their skin color is off the bat is still a better way, right? Now, of course, if someone's skin color has had a big impact on their life and they've experienced a lot of racism, of course I want to hear that and support them and fight against that racism, like wherever I can. Of course, racism is evil. I keep saying that. Totally evil. But I want to hear it from them first as an individual, right? Rather than assuming a bunch of stuff that may or may not be true about them simply because of the color of their skin. Right? I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind because I keep having this conversation with people. The politics matter now. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this week's Hemlock podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Tell them to subscribe, because if you loved it, then they're going to love it too, obviously. Also, head on over to iTunes to leave us a 5-star rating and review. That helps us a lot with the charts. And if you're not going to leave us 5 stars, then forget about it. Don't worry about it and enjoy the rest of your day. Lastly, head on over to the hemlockpodcast.locals.com to become a supporter and receive access to exclusive content and ad-free versions of the Hemlock podcast. Love you so much for listening. Let's continue to ride out this increasingly insane world with irreverence and joy. This is your host, Patrick Jolliker, and much love, y'all. Peace.